This I wanna nail sports to the bone. Top blogger, top YouTube channel. No matter which sports, yeah, we got it covered. Subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Greetings once again, my sports to the bone people. Welcome back to the channel, and my people. Big up on yourself. Alright, so yesterday under the CPL team of the tournament, I saw a comment where somebody was saying, we should probably do a Caribbean team of the tournament. I mean, that would get in a couple Caribbean players that obviously didn't perform well enough to get in ahead of some of the overseas players. People like Tayer and Pretorius and Ayub and these guys that got in the team. So I said, all right, I'm just going to go ahead and take a look at 11 people that are from the Caribbean that did pretty well. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about the Guyana Super50 team. They are getting themselves ready to represent Guyana in the upcoming Super50. They are going to be playing a little tournament over there. I think it's an inter-county tournament to get players ready. So just give a listening ear until the end, my people. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, I ask that you go straight ahead and subscribe to the channel. Also, leave a comment if you think I have got I got the 11 players from the Caribbean wrong. Just give me your 11 people that you would use. I know people gonna say, what about such and such? What about such and such? Nothing about them. Just give me a plain 11 and leave out all who you think should not be in there that I have in my team. All right. So, opening, Andre Fletcher. Right? Fletcher did his thing for St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. The only thing is that the overall performance of the team was so poor that, it started to go unnoticed somewhat. So Andre Fletcher would be there to open alongside Brandon King. Right? Brandon King didn't have the most fruitful tournament. He started off well, then he basically dialed it back a little in the middle, and then in the latter part, he got 1 and 2 runs. But in terms of the Caribbean players, he and Fletcher would be opening. A couple of more innings from Johnson Charles, he probably would have gotten in over one of these guys. But I am going with off memory right now because I don't have the paper in front of me. I am going with Andre Fletcher and Brandon King. To bat at number 3, I am going with the guy that got the leading run scorer, Shea Hope. He basically steered Guyana Amazon Warriors to the title with his batting there alongside Ayub. So Shea Hope would bat at number 3. At number 4, we have Nicholas Puran. Yeah, man, Nicholas Puran, he did pretty well for Trinbago Knight Riders. He started off well, got a couple low scores, and then, he came back in the back end there. You would remember that he also scored a century. So shout out to him. He would be batting at number 4. At number 5, we would go with Sheffin Rutherford. Another player that got some runs, but because of how his team performed, you don't really see a lot of people. You don't really see a lot of people talking about it. But I think he scored similar runs to the Trinbago captain Pollard, similar strike rate. You understand? So it's just that his team didn't do too well to get to the final, but he especially when he was standing captain for Evan Lewis, he performed reasonably well. So he would be batting at number 5 for me. And at number 6 we have Kyron Pollard. As I said just now, Rutherford and Pollard, the strike rate I think was the same, around about 150, in the 150s, maybe 155, somewhere there about. Right, he played a couple games less than Kyron Pollard, obviously, because his team didn't make it all the way. So he would be there. Pollard would be the man after Rutherford. And depending on how the game is going, you could bat, either one of them first. So Pollard would be around about 6 there. Then we go into a couple of all-rounders because T20 game here we have Pollard who is playing as a specialist batsman, batting at 6, not doing any bowling, but he did well to get in. 7 we have Romario Shepherd. Right, Romario Shepherd once again did well for Guyana Amazon Warriors. He bowled pretty well. Didn't get a chance to do a lot of batting. When he batted, he really and truly played at a good strike rate. He didn't face a lot of deliveries, but he did well enough when he got an opportunity. Always come in, get a couple of boundaries to push his team further. In the back end there, I heard a couple of people suggesting that, the Guyana Amazon Warriors top dogs, they could have allowed Romario Shepherd to open the innings with Ayub, but it didn't work. So Romario Shepherd gets in there. The next one would be Jason Hola. His batting has tailed off a whole lot more viewers and subscribers. I would be saying, it would be nice to get some runs from Jason Hola at the back end there, but I'm not too sure how much runs I would get from him. But the fact that he finished off with the amount of wickets that he did, I think he got 14, or if I'm not mistaken, that playing less games than some of the other players, that definitely gets him in. Down to the 2 spinners now, and then we have another pacer to finish off. So Jason Hola there is at what at about 8. We have Gudikesh Moti. Moti would be the spinner. Not Sunil Narayan. Sunil Narayan would bat ahead of Moti in this team. So Sunil Narayan is there. Didn't take a ton load of wickets, but as I always say, when it comes down to T20 cricket, sometimes it's not all about, taking a lot of wickets. Sometimes it's getting your 4 overs out of the way cheaply. 4 overs, 15 runs, 20 runs, 1 wicket, 2 wicket is good. I mean, when you are as skillful as Narayan is, more or less, you're going to want him to take wickets, especially if the team is under pressure. But when he's not taking wickets, he's very, very difficult to face. So Sunil Narayan would be there. And after him, it would be Gudikesh Moti. Moti bowled well for Guyana Amazon Warriors, so he would be there also. And to finish off, it would be our pacer, our West Indies 3-format pacer, Alzari Joseph. Bowled with a lot of pace, bowled, took quite a few wickets, but his pace was up there. So, you always, in your T20 game, you always want somebody to be up there with pace, especially if you meet a team that, you think pace will do well against them. So that would be my playing 11 from the Caribbean. As I said, this was just done to try and include a couple of Caribbean guys that did reasonably well, but didn't do well enough to get in ahead of people like Pretorius, Tair, Ayub, and those guys that are from overseas. Right, so that is how it would look. And I said I was going to give you some information. Yesterday we saw where the Guyana Times put out some information here saying that quite a few of the guys coming out of the CPL will be playing in the Guyana Cricket Board Senior Inter-County Super 50, Inter-County tournament, right? So the Guyana Times says, and I quote, Hetmeyer, Shepherd, Moti, Rutherford, Shandopal, Sinclair among stars to feature in preparation for the upcoming regional Super 50 tournament. They say the Guyana Cricket Board would be, let's say the Guyana Cricket Board would be bowling off the Senior Inter-County Super 50 tournament starting on Saturday, September 30th. So in a couple of days' times, these guys will be in action as they look to, prove their worth going into, as they look to select the team for the Super 50. So that is basically it for this one, my people. Just wanted to give you guys that little bit of information. We still have 1 or 2 videos left to talk about where the CPL is concerned. Probably next we're going to look at a couple of the youngsters that did well. Well, that did well in about guys that did okay, where you can say, all right, you can work with them. Probably 1 or 2 players that were absolute pick in West Indies T20 team leading into the CPL that you're probably going to wonder if they should be in. A couple more things to talk about. Big up on yourself, my people, and stay safe.